3 tips for dealing with loneliness. Hi, I'm Ed Riggins, but most people just call me Riggo, and welcome back to Thoughts for Thursday. It was about 2 years ago that the U.S. Surgeon General issued an official advisory on what he called the epidemic and public health crisis of loneliness. It's a public health crisis because loneliness can apparently add to the risk of premature death as much as cigarette smoking and obesity. My own sense that even after a few years after the pandemic is over, in this arena, I'm not sure things have improved that much. So here are some tips from 3 different sources for dealing with loneliness. I start with something from an article about the late Dr. Ruth, who worked as a behavioral therapist for decades. She said this: if you're lonely, acknowledge it. She believed many of her clients began to heal in practically the same breath in which they admitted having a problem. Did you hear that? Practically the same breath that they admitted they had a problem with loneliness. And here are several tips from an issue of Kiplinger's Personal Finance. They said acts of service can foster connection. And they suggested some very simple things like devoting 15 minutes a day to reaching out to someone, extending kindness in the form of smiling and interacting with others, even if it's the delivery guy or checking in on a neighbor, volunteering or joining a community organization. Oh, and here's one that's a no-brainer from that list. When you're with another person at dinner, put your phone away. And lastly, here's a tip from me on dealing with loneliness. Don't keep score. It's often me who reaches out and takes the initiative to connect with other people. Sometimes it feels like that's not ideal, if I'm honest, but I've had countless calls begin with them saying, "It's so great to hear from you, Riggo," and then with them saying, "It means so much that you called today." Even though I'd been the one to expend the energy and take the initiative, I felt good afterwards that they felt better and everybody won. You don't want to be the only one investing in a relationship, but does it really matter that much who took the initiative? Thanks for joining me.
Doors closing.